Hello everyone, Caroline Berger. Here we are again, as promised, following all your messages. I'm bringing you the video of my very first Pilates holiday program, number 1, Pilates for Beginners, which uses only a mat and absolutely no other equipment. Let's start. So I'll lie down on my back comfortably and I'll place my hands on each side of the ribs. We're going to breathe. So it's a 3-dimensional breath, meaning that we are going to breathe deeply with our hands on the ribs, specifically on the lateral parts, and focus here on the back of the body at the level of the lower lobe of the lungs. So you have no tension, of course, in the upper part of the body. You can close your eyes. You'll inhale through the nose, exhale by gently pursing your lips, and really feel deep within the lower belly, the pelvic floor, the transverse abdominis, acting like a corset that goes all the way around your entire waist area, the internal obliques, the external obliques that will stabilize your pelvis. So we're here, we're going to inhale and we blow, we exhale slowly. And you can see clearly that when I inhale, I really inhale into the sides, and in no way do I lift the shoulders up or tense the upper body. So we inhale deeply into the sides, and we inhale well into the back too, and we exhale while pursing the lips for 4. We inhale again, and we blow out the air. We exhale for count 5, and I inhale deeply, I blow out, and I exhale for count 6, taking our time now, and then we are going to inhale deeply. We blow out, we exhale, we purse the lips for count 7, and we're going to inhale once more, and I blow and I exhale completely. And for the last 2, we'll extend the hands, palms facing the floor. We inhale through the nose, and we blow, we exhale, we purse the lips. And one last one. We inhale and we blow, we exhale. Now, what is important? We'll see the placement of the pelvis. Neutral placement is when you respect your lumbar curvature, meaning that you have the pubic symphysis and the pelvic bones here at the front on the same plane. You can place your fingertips on the pubic symphysis, place your palms on the bony landmarks of the pelvis, and ensure that these 2 or 3 points are level and parallel to the floor. Once you have found it, we can move on to an exercise which is the single leg lift. Naturally, place your fingertips onto those bony landmarks and ensure that all your muscles are truly engaged to prevent any rotation of the pelvis from occurring when you are lifting a leg. So inhale, exhale, lift your leg, and then lower your foot back down. Don't forget all the muscles we engage during the breathing phase. And in addition to that, imagine that all along your spine, you have a specific muscle called the multifidus, working hard, which works in synergy with the obliques on the front to prevent the trunk from rotating. If there is movement, it means you haven't engaged or stabilized sufficiently. So I invite you to really focus. Do not move your fingers. If you feel your pelvis rotating to the right or left at any point as you lift a leg, it means you haven't sufficiently engaged all the muscles on the front and back of your body at the same time to maintain that stability. Inhale, exhale, continue with your focused 3-dimensional breathing, and make sure to keep your entire upper body completely free of any tension. Now we are going to explain the second position we use. It is the imprint position. This means that you have a small gap between the bottom of your ribs and the top of your hip bones on each side of the body. You're going to bring these 2 points about 2 centimeters closer. Gently draw your navel toward your spine without activating the gluteal muscles that are located at the back of the pelvis, and without pressing or flattening your lower back against the mat. So in neutral position, you always respect your natural lumbar curve. In imprint, you engage your internal and external obliques and the rectus abdominis. And back to neutral. Exhale, move into imprint, and inhale, return to neutral. Exhale, move into imprint, and inhale, return to neutral, and exhale, move into imprint, and inhale, return to neutral. You will extend your arms alongside your body, and you'll exhale, you're going to imprint. You're going to slowly lift one leg off the mat now. You're going to lift the other leg off the mat. Lower one foot back down now. You're going to lower the other foot back down too, and you return to neutral. We exhale, we're going to imprint. I lift one leg up now. I lift the other leg. I lower one foot. I lower the other foot now, and I return to neutral. Breathe out, exhale, move to imprint. Slowly lift one leg up now. Lift the other leg up. Lower one foot. Lower the other foot and return to neutral. Breathe out, exhale, and imprint. Lift one leg up, lift the other leg as well, and then lower one foot after the other onto the floor. Once you understand you're in imprint, meaning the lower back is flat, when lifting one leg or even both legs in the air, now we'll press our legs together, which helps us engage the adductor muscles. We'll engage the muscles that are between the legs to squeeze the legs tightly against each other. Next, we have the arms stretched out along the body. We'll move into imprint position. So we'll engage all the muscles on the front, and we'll lift both feet together without changing the lower back's position. And we tap the mat with the toes. We exhale and we inhale. I breathe out and exhale for 3, and I inhale. We breathe out, we exhale for 4, and we inhale. I breathe out and I exhale for 5, then I will inhale. We breathe out, we exhale for 6, and I inhale. I breathe out and I exhale for 7, then I inhale. And each time I can tell you that with the legs pressed together, I really also feel my glute muscles in the back and the whole back of the legs with the hamstrings. Now you keep both of your legs in tabletop, the lower back in imprint, well placed. And then we're going to tap toes, we're going to touch the mat with the toes, and we will really feel this very strong muscular engagement within your body. We exhale as we touch the mat with our toes. We inhale as we come back up again. And then as we continue doing this movement together for several repetitions, you can slightly speed up. And I can tell you that each time, try to flatten as much as possible the abdominals. And you breathe out, you exhale, rest, and hold the position. Very, very good. Now, what we're going to do, we'll do the obliques. So we'll open the arms slightly to the sides. We're going to work on the rotation. Take a deep breath in, breathe out, exhale slowly. You're now going to let your legs drop gently to one side while keeping both of your legs pressed firmly together. You'll feel a really nice stretch in your obliques here on the side of the body. And on the exhale, don't come back using leg strength. Use your obliques. So you think about the muscles right here on this diagonal line. Then you're going to turn to the other side. Same thing. Try to keep both knees together. Excellent. And you're going to feel a nice stretch, and you breathe out, exhale, come back. Breathe in, I breathe out and exhale, and I'm going to turn and breathe in deeply, and we breathe out, exhale, come back and breathe in. I breathe out and I exhale and I turn to one side. We inhale, we enjoy the stretch, we engage the obliques. And as you see, I have no tension in the upper body. I'm not lifting my shoulders. I am really focused on my obliques. And we inhale, we breathe out, we exhale fully, and I inhale, I breathe, and I exhale. I'm going to turn. We inhale, we return with the obliques, and I breathe and I exhale, and I turn, and we inhale. I breathe and I exhale, I return with the obliques, and I turn, and we inhale, we breathe, we exhale, we return with the obliques, and we return to center. We bring the arms along the body. After working the entire anterior side of the body, we are now going to work the posterior part. So we're going to lie down flat on our stomach. Good. And now we will place the hands on each side of the body at shoulder level side, so more or less at shoulder level, forehead parallel to the floor. We'll relax the upper body and we'll properly engage the abs and glutes here. So squeeze all your glutes and abdominals tightly. So when you disengage your abs and also your glutes here, you'll feel your lower back arching, and at that point, the lower back has no protection at all. So remember to pull your abs in toward the navel. Remember to engage your glutes and hold this position. From here, push away from the floor with your palms firmly and elbows, all the way to the elbows, and create a nice alignment. So you'll really lift your upper body, and you'll feel all the muscles in your back. Then rest your forehead down gently, but don't disengage your abs or your glutes at any time. And I breathe out and exhale, lifting for 2. We'll inhale and hold and exhale, coming back down. I breathe out and exhale, lifting for 3. I'll inhale and breathe out and exhale and come back down. Breathe out and exhale, going up for 4. Inhale and breathe out and exhale and come back down. And inhale, breathe out and exhale for 5. Inhale, breathe out, exhale, and inhale, breathe out and exhale for 6. Inhale and breathe out, exhale, and inhale, breathe out and exhale for 7. And as you've seen, at no point does my gaze look up, it stays looking down, so that you can really always have this nice alignment with the rib cage. Very, very good. From here, you're going to place your hands on your forehead, and you will really lift one leg without disengaging any of your abs or glutes. Extend one leg and then 2. Breathe out and exhale, 2, 3. And concentrate. As soon as you disengage either your abdominals or your glute muscles, your pelvis will automatically rotate. So try to really think, stay focused, and engage with every leg movement, the abdominals, the glutes, and that famous muscle running all along your posterior spine, the multifidus. You are now going to lift both legs together. And same thing, the abs, glutes are engaged to stabilize and protect your back. Lift for 2. Careful, remember to lengthen your toes to be able to lift. Don't try to go up without engaging the abs, glutes for 4. And I breathe and exhale, I will lift for 5. We breathe and exhale, we'll lift for 6. I breathe and exhale, I will lift for 7. We breathe and exhale, we'll lift for 8. I breathe and exhale, I'll lift for 9. And last, for 10. Excellent. Okay, so after the double leg lift exercise, keep your abs engaged, keep your glutes engaged, staying well in neutral spine. You have no tension in the upper body. And here we go. Lift just a little bit and spread them. Make some circles. And breathe out and exhale. 2. Stay strong. We are working on muscular endurance for the entire back of the body. 3. And breathe out. 4. And that's 5. Circle for 6. Breathe out, exhale. Circle for 7, 8. Keep legs straight and lengthened. Change direction. Stay strong, it's almost over. 2. Come on. Breathe out for 3. Keep engaging abs and glutes for 4. Breathe out and exhale for 5. 6. Breathe out, exhale for 7. Stay strong. 8. Breathe out and exhale for 9. And the last one, number 10. Well done. You can release everything now. Take a deep breath and then we will move right on to the very next part. Now we are moving on to the exercises on the side. So let's get settled properly and comfortably on our side for this next sequence of Pilates movements. We're going to try as much as possible to maintain a neutral spine. Most of the time we don't realize it and we completely release here this part on the mat. So here, it's because we haven't engaged the obliques at all. We'll lift up here. We'll engage well while engaging the obliques. You remember I mentioned the transverse abdominis, which is a muscle that's like a corset all around. Place your hand here in front. This is what will help you. You'll also extend both legs, so you'll engage the glutes at the same time as the abdominals. This stabilizes the pelvis in neutral. From here, just keep in mind that both legs are active. Just because one leg is resting on the mat doesn't mean it's completely relaxed. So really try to activate the glute muscles at the back of the leg. And now we'll be able to work with the top leg. The top leg will go up, and it will go up as high as the hip joint that is located right at this level, and then it will come back down slowly. So we inhale, we go up. I breathe out and exhale, and I come back down. And we inhale, we go up. And we breathe out, exhale, we're going to go back down. And we can also add just the movement of the ankle joint. We're going to push the heel and go back down, but at the same time, it will allow us to stretch all the calf muscles. And we inhale, and I breathe out and exhale. I push and stretch the calf, and I inhale, and we breathe out, exhale. We're going to push back, and I inhale. And I breathe out and exhale. I'm going to push the heel back, and we inhale, and we breathe out, exhale. Now we are going to lift both of your legs up. So press both of your legs together. Exhale as you lift them up. This is what will let you really work the obliques on one side and the adductor muscles between legs. And breathe out and exhale. Breathe out, exhale. We lift up. Inhale as we lower back down. Breathe out, exhale, and lift for 2. Breathe out, exhale, lower down. I breathe out and exhale for 3, and I'll come back down. Exhale, breathe out for 4, then we'll come back down. I breathe out and exhale for 5, then I'll come back down. Exhale, breathe out for 6, then I'll come back down. I breathe out and exhale for 7, then I'll come back down. Exhale, breathe out for 8, then we'll come back down. I breathe out and exhale for 9, then I'll come back down. And last one, 10. Well done. Hold it there, hold it there. And exhale, release and relax everything, and then we can surely move on. We'll now get onto all fours on the mat. So we're going to push away the floor. Place your hands at shoulder level, knees under the joints, hips separated, hip width apart. And now you are really going to round your spine. Push your back toward the ceiling as if you were pushing the ceiling. Go ahead. And now you're going to lengthen and stretch the spine, always keeping your gaze on a downward diagonal so as not to crunch or hyperextend the neck to protect your cervical spine. I breathe and exhale, rounding the spine for 2. And I'm going to lengthen without arching the lower back. And I breathe out and exhale, I flex. And I lengthen for 3. And lengthen the neck. And breathe out and exhale for 4. Inhale, keep everything controlled. Breathe in 3 dimensions. Focus on engaging the obliques. Inhale through the nose. Blow out. Exhale, pursing lips. Exhale for 5. And let's lengthen. Breathe out. Exhale for 6. Breathe out. Exhale for 7. Breathe out. Exhale for 8. And lengthen. Very good. Well, to finish, we're going to get back onto our elbows and we'll do what we call a plank. So, get into position here. Hips are extended, meaning you don't let yourself completely sink to the floor. Start from this position. Push off the floor with your elbows and palms, or else the sides. Push away from the floor, engaging your abs, and you're going to stay here in this position for 10 to 60 counts. I'm going to count to 10 for you. Breathe out, exhale 1, and 2, and don't move, and 3. I breathe out and exhale for 4. Breathe out, exhale for 5. I breathe out and exhale for 6. Keep the back nice and open. 7. I breathe out and exhale for 8. Breathe out, exhale for 9. And the last one, 10. And now what you're going to do is move on to your side. Same thing. We'll try bracing the side. So we have both knees together. And we're just going to position the elbow in alignment with the shoulder. We'll push off with the elbow, then we will lift up the pelvis. So this position where the pelvis drops isn't ideal. Try to lift it high as you can. Push the pelvis forward to maintain a nice extension of the spine. And you are going to push off 1. You can do a count from 10 to 60. And I exhale 2. The head is always aligned. So if anything, it's okay to look at the ground if there's a slight amount of tension, but we don't let the head drop completely to the side, and we aren't. And 1, I breathe out and exhale for 2. Breathe out, exhale for 3. I breathe out and exhale for 4. Breathe out, exhale for 5. I breathe out and exhale for 6. Breathe out, exhale for 7. I breathe out and exhale for 8.9. And the last one for 10. And there we go. The session is now over for today. If you've never done Pilates and want to get started, this little format is ideal. And you can really, which is very interesting, get all the explanations, the little tips, and have personalized coaching designed just for you